right, so you have a really nice sight line. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I need to cover up just a little tiny bit because there's a lot of reality in this situation here. Here we go. Hi. Hello, hello. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to move this around. I think I'm going to try at least. And yeah, thank you so much, sweetie. That's wonderful. Boone and I moved things around just a little tiny bit today because I have a full altar set up in front of. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. That's so much better. Lovely, lovely. There. Oh, that's great. Thank you, son. Give me a hug before you take off, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, sorry. Hello, sweethearts. Hi. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're well. We're well, and that's a huge blessing as it is. You know, I love to create these works with us, for us, in this space. And the more we gather each week and each full moon, the more I just crave having all the works that we create be between worlds. Today's a really special day because we're working on the altar, which we all know as witches is our body and the embodiment of how we are and what we vision extends from our hearts and sometimes to our hands if our body's able for us to create an altar before us. You know, it's a funny juxtaposition because we really don't need these tools because we are the altar, and yet the tools are so craveable and they're so wonderful to share. So I'm here to share with you some very special tools today. And all of those tools lead back to you, for you are the altar. We are the altar. And so it's that delicate space where we love to just say, oh, look at our altar cloths and look at our beautiful things. Today, we're going to be looking at the living altar, which is absolutely stunning. It's an oracle deck and spell deck for the radical witch. And this is by Ylva and Kiki. We're going to get into that in a minute. It's so sacred to me. And these works are so sacred to me that they must be done between worlds. So we'll start by just saying, hey, where are you in the wild world? And then we'll jump right straight into calling in the four corners and center for spirit. I just want to make sure I've got everything I need, especially something lovely to drink. Does everybody have something lovely to drink today? I went for strawberry lemonade. It's that funny in between. I've got my back to school sweater on, and I've got to have something that feels like it was in a brown bag lunch. How's it going, sweeties? Now, one thing, Boone Tom, I got a nice hurricane lantern over by the mantle that I could love, love, love to have from you, please. Thank you. I've got a sweetie that's taking off for conditioning with their high school team. They've started doing things like that in California, so they've got to pedal off in a second. I've got another sweetie that's going to pedal off after that to head out to the school for picking up books for online education. Let me move this just a little bit so everybody can see. I think we'll start up here. We begin like we always begin, honeys, by striking a match and lighting a candle to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening, and we're ready to receive the messages that are meant for us. There we go, my loves. If you're spending moments catting around and getting your body comfortable as you settle in for our delicious time with our wonderful worldwide coven, just be comfortable and know that I'm doing the same thing. I try to create a peaceful space. And it also has to be real. I cannot be the only witch out there that's creating this space while I've got teenagers coming and going. Where are my witches at with teenagers coming and going? I always wonder these things. Sometimes I can feel like I'm very alone in this. And here we are. Okay, sweeties, there. We can just see our flame there. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that made a really nice frame. Good, good. I'm going to move this just a bit so we can all see. So, sweethearts, I want to give you a little sneak peek to our altar today. Isn't this beautiful? I have one of my Angela Mary Magic altars here. This is hand printed with black glitter paint, fabric paint. And it's got placements for all four corners and center for spirit with the 8 spikes to remind us of the 8 turns of the wheel. And I have a very, very special pink amethyst in the center of our altar today. I wanted to keep it really simple because we'll be placing our living altar oracle cards and spell cards around the altar as we dig in a little bit deeper into my strawberry lemonade. So we will start with our simple altar here. And I will place it on our altar. And you'll be able to see this all alight with all the candles as we call in the corners. Center your energy and gather the delicious molecules of your day, of your night, depending on where you are in our wild world. And breathe that in through your nose. Delight in the sounds of your body. And let's exhale together, saying, Ma, that primal call, Ma. And we face now, body and soul, in any way that you can, the direction of north, the element of earth, which is our body, our abundance, our nourishment, our ancestral connection in our bones. Let's moan that together. Bones. Breathe in with me now through your nose. And exhale, say Ma. Guardians of the watchtowers of the north, earth, be here now. We turn now in any way that we can to the direction of east, the element of air. Air, which is our words and our psychic abilities, our thought processes, our best laid plans, and our dawn of new ideas. That golden thread that we weave onto our grand shared web of life. Guardians of the watchtowers of the east air, be here now. We turn now and point down within in that primordial ooze of the direction of south, the element of fire, our root, our sorrow, our trauma, our secrets, and our wild passions. Guardians of the watchtowers of the south, fire, be here now. We spiral now to our final direction, west, the element of water, our memories, our magic that's without timelines and without binary, the life which is water, the all-knowing, our ancient future, our oceans of emotions, guardians of the watchtowers of the West, water, be here now. We coil now like a snake to the center of our altar where we encounter ourselves and spirit, for we are spirit and spirit is us. Guardians of the watchtowers of the center of our altar, spirit of life, be here now. We sound the bell which activates our spell. Precious moon babies, we're now between worlds. And oh, it feels so, so good. Oh, lovely. And I'm just so in the mood to get that air flowing. And I'm lighting some incense now just to have that extra beautiful enactment to do some of our smoke scrying that we love to do so much in this coven. Lovely. I'm burning some frankincense today and it's beautiful. Happy Friday, everyone. How's it going? Where are you in the wild world? Say, hey, let me know what you're drinking today. And let's just settle right on in. I cannot believe what an incredible, fabulous work of art and magic that I have to share with you with the Living Altar, Oracle, and Spell deck for the Radical Witch. This is such an amazing work of art. I mean, first of all, look up close at this beautiful thing. I laughed when Juniper came into our life, my little black kitten. And I said, oh, I have a cat account now. This is a black cat account. Well, now that I feel like since we had Ever's fabulous, beautiful, magical soaps, Frost Moon and Flower Moon last week that we unboxed, it was so much fun. Now maybe I'm a Black Cat and Unboxing channel. I'll never stop celebrating the beauty and power of witchcraft and witches in this space. And it comes as it comes, right? This is just how this had to come. Precious Ylva and Kiki opened up their offering, which is the Living Altar, Oracle, and Spell deck. And I just had to snatch it up. I'm not sure if that's an evergreen offering or if they just were able to create another printing of it. I snatched it up the minute I could. It's absolutely exquisite. And I can't wait to get into it today. We will be using this beautiful Oracle and Spell deck, the Living Altar, for our Tarotscopes today. Expect it to be very wild and free. This is a highly unique deck, and I'm really excited about it. Yes, we will also talk about Moon Baby Magic Tarot. We're in our last magical 13 days of the Kickstarter. It's so amazing. There's 122 souls that are backers of the project, and I'm so moved and touched by that. And I'm hanging on every single intention of that, every penny of that. Kiki, one of the creatrixes of this deck, shared with me, you'll get to your goal, don't worry, but there's hairy moments in it, let me tell you. So I'm excited to celebrate the works. I didn't even know that the Living Altar was created 3 years ago via crowdfunding and that they went through the Kickstarter process. So I was really encouraged by that. So thank you, Kiki. And I'm not sure if you're here, and there's no pressure for anybody to ever be here. I create this as a weekly evergreen offering. I keep it up in my channel sort of catalog. This is a love letter to my children. This is such a wild and kind of expansive and sort of dangerous world that we're living in. I just have to have something for them if anything should happen to me. And that's the best I can do right now. I'm so happy that our coven gathers in the name of love, in perfect love and perfect trust every week, and creates these love letters for each other. So honey loves, let me take a peek and see who's here and what's going on, because I see some things happening in the chat. And I will be setting this. I want to show you our altar today. And this is one of my stretch goals in Moon Baby Magic Tarot. This is my Angela Mary Magic altar cloth, sweeties. It's a 20 by 20 hemmed altar cloth. And I may have a variety of colors. I will definitely have orange and black. And this will be, set aside because I really had to just get that deck off to the printers, honeys. I'll get all the stretch goals set up and everything. We see these Kickstarters. Wow, so many of you are backers of my project, and I thank you so, so much. You see a variety of different Kickstarter campaigns, and I've spent some time licking my wounds and suffering that mine doesn't have that perfection like so many Kickstarter campaigns do. This is what's real, though. This is what the pandemic looks like for me. This is what motherhood of two very active teenagers looks like for me. This is what Moon Baby Magic is. It's the simplicity of sharing a deck that's appropriate for daily use, that isn't radically complex, but very, very appealing in its vivid colors and its double spiral of two rainbows within, and a flip chart of the moon cycles that runs through the deck 8 times because of there's 80 cards in the deck. So I'm just really excited about it, and more will be added to it later this weekend. I'm really excited too to let you know that I will be at Witch Walk next weekend. I'm creating a video with some tarot and spell work that I'm just super excited about. I'll be vending there too. So we'll be offering Moon Baby Magic Tarot, further through the Witch Walk, which is fabulous. And I'll link that in the description of the video after our broadcast today. And then today over at the Witches Confluence, they revealed on a beautiful computer screen what the schedule is. And I will be creating my Everything is a Spell workshop at 10 a.m. on Halloween, right before Edgar Fabian Frias does their beautiful obsidian moon ritual and workshop. Like, I cannot wait for both my workshop and Edgar's. I'm so excited. But Lindsay Mack, who's precious, will be there. Madre Jaguars right after Edgar. There's just so many people that I'm just really excited to experience their magic in that gorgeous weekend surrounding our Halloween blue moon. So I'll get all that linked in this video too, and we'll just get into it in just a second. But I'm just in love with having an altar with candles right before me. I'm not always able to do that because I'm moving around with cards and magic spells and hair that I don't want to catch on fire. So I'll be moving these candles to our little portable black altar tray in just a second. But I wanted you to have the opportunity to take a peek at it, so you can see our lovely candle for the whole worldwide coven and all you beautiful subscribers. What? Not a subscriber? Hit the button, subscribe. It's a big red bar, and tap the bell for notifications so you can see everything that we get up to over here in our coven. You're so welcome here. It costs you nothing, and it means everything to me and my family. So cuties, every video that I create, every live that I create a candle spell and experience and offering for all of you. This service is done with deep, deep intention. And hit the bell if you'd like a candle service with every single video that I create and live that I create over here. All right, cuties, we are going to sort of move this in order. We'll start with the west and then the south, and then the east and the north. And I really want to keep that spirit candle going in the center today by this gorgeous pink amethyst. At the very beginning of the pandemic, wonderful Madison and Open Eye Crystals, really heard the realness of what I was struggling with my family over here with the pandemic. And from the bottom of their heart, intuitively put together goodie bag of crystals for myself and my son and my daughter. And I treasure this. Look at this beautiful geode, gorgeous earth magic of this pink amethyst. So thank you so much, Madison. Open Eye Crystals is gorgeous. It's in LA. They're staying really busy during the pandemic, and bless your heart, we're all doing the best that we can right now, aren't we? This candle has to stay ignited on our altar today, very especially to put it out there to everyone that's here in the West, in Washington, Oregon, and California. It's actually on fire right now. And I know a lot of you reached out behind the scenes to see how we're doing. We're safe and well. It's not a blast to exist in this air quality right now, but we're okay. And we're just gathering right now at this time as a coven in support, in love, in prayerfulness, in our spell work for all people that are suffering right now, as we're continuing to experience the living embodiment of the harm, very, very frankly, that the capitalist patriarchy has enacted upon our planet. We're out of balance, and we're being communicated with on Earth right now. And it's a brutal time. It's an awakening time. So there's always hope as we're becoming in alignment and as we're having this incredible awakening. So honeys, at this moment, we just have to get through it. So please hydrate lots, as we're bombarded in the news every day of scary things and sad things. And some of us are living it in our everyday life. And so please remain strong and really keep your immune system in the front of your service to yourself. And we'll get through this together, okay? All right, cuties, I'm going to take a little peek here and say hey and see who's on with us right now, okay? I'm going to roll back up to the top and say hey. Hi, Joanna. Hello. Good to see you. Hi, Chloe Ann. Hi, Kayla. Love you, sweetie. Oh, gosh, we've been having a challenge with our pumpkins outside, Kayla, and I'll post that in my Instagram stories later. They're struggling. This air quality is not a blast. Hi, Johnny Martins. Good to see you. Hi, Claire. Hello. Hi, Dina. It's good to see you. Hello. Thank you for being so kind to each other out here in our chat. Thank you so, so much. It really means everything to me. Hi, Caitlin. It's good to see you, sweethearts. Oh, I'm happy to see you here, Caitlin Morgan. Hi, Sunstar. Yes. Thank you, Cha-Cha. I know this is my back to school ruffle sleeve sweater, and I'm like in the witch club with my enamel pin right now, the moon pin. Thank you, sweetie. It's good to see you, honey. Everybody's following Sunstar over on Instagram, right? Yeah, good idea. All right, sweethearts. Yeah, thank you so much, Dina. Thank you for your prayers and love to us. I really appreciate that. There is a fire burning in Monrovia, and there's a fire burning in Duarte, which is nearby Orange County. It's a basin down here. Where we live, it's called where the desert meets the seas. It's a very dry basin. And so when there's fires, it hugs down in the basin in Orange County. It's pretty weird right now. Oh, cuties. Thank you for sending your blessings and to, everyone, Christian, Sunstar. I know that you guys have it way worse than us in Portland right now and in the whole state of Oregon. We're sending you so much love and support right now, honeys. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Calablin. It's good to see you. Oh, hello. Hi, Yasmin. Oh, good. Hi, Kel. How are you doing up there, Kel? Is it just smoky as hell up there, sweetie? Oh, cuties. All right, sweeties. I'm just going to say hello to A Rose Mapstone. Hello. Oh, Peppermint Calendula and Jasmine Tea. Nervous tummy, right? Oh, I will drink to that. Everybody raise a glass. Thank you for that reminder. Needed. I literally have the jug of strawberry lemonade nearby because I've just been so conscious to keep my mouth really wet and moving it's important that I don't kind of freeze up in this time, because I feel like it, in a way, it's just not possible as I'm trying to keep my kids safe and well. Oh, Chloe Ann got paid today. Oh, thank you so much, Chloe Ann. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that coming when you said that. I was just going to give super snaps for getting paid today. Thank you for considering backing my deck. It means so, so much to me. Hi, Emma. It's good to see you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Emma. Thank you for backing Moon Baby Magic Tarot. I appreciate that. I've got a big table today, so it's a little teeny bit jiggly. I apologize. I'm going to do my best not to lean on it too much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your hearts, Cal. I appreciate that so, so much. Good. Yes. All right, cuties. We are staying indoors. Thank you so, so much. All right, my loves. So I have a special kind of quote to share with you today from one of my most favorite writers and poets. Their name is Adrienne Rich. They wrote a poem that's one of my very, 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 very favorites. It's from 21 Love Stories, 21 Love Poems, rather. Adrienne Rich is no longer living in their animal body. They were an amazing feminist dyke poet from the Santa Cruz area, and just an amazing, like on that Goddix level for me. They've taught me so much about how to exist and be in my body, and I just love and appreciate them. And I came across a fabulous quote from Adrienne Rich on the matter of poetry's curative power. Adrienne Rich wrote in 2006, in a Guardian article. Adrienne said, "There's actually an odd correlation between these ideas. Poetry is either inadequate, even immoral, in the face of human suffering, or it's unprofitable, hence useless. Either way, poets are advised to hang our heads or fold our tents. Yet, in fact, throughout the world, transfusions of poetic language can and do quite literally keep bodies and souls together and more." I feel like our worldwide coven is just absolutely proof positive of that, because what we go through together, we go through inside of this circle that we cast with a weaving of words. We cast these spells with that perfect love and perfect trust imbued with the magic of poetry. Yet poetry very, very much does keep our bodies and souls together and more. It's that nebulous and more, that invisible and more, that I'm interested in, because we gather and do keep each other together and keep each other alive. Little content warning, because September is Suicide Prevention Month. We will absolutely be talking about that on this broadcast and the rest of the month. There's just so much suffering that goes on in our wild world, and it's activated like crazy in back to school enactments, which can be spectacularly triggering. And so I'm acknowledging in total support that this is Suicide Prevention Month. I've shared in this space again and again that I've been affected by suicide multiple times in my life. Just this last March, as a matter of fact, one of my kids had someone very special in their lives, parent, take their life. And so it's very present. My best friend took their life in 2019, is it now? Oh my gosh, no, 2018. And it's just been nothing I can bypass, Not that I would want to, but knowing how to bring that up is a tricky challenge in a world that asks us not to face our pain. And so one of the main things that I love to do in this space is leave space for us to talk about our joy and talk about our pain. And so yesterday I was able to preview my 3 of Blades card, which the key word of that is suffer. It's really important for us to bear witness to how we suffer and to bear witness and accept each other's suffering, and in many, many ways, normalize what it is to suffer, and how the breaking open of our heart can be the breakthrough for us to learn and grow, to have that sustainable compassion and empathy for ourselves first, and then reflect that onto others. So please just go as slow as you need to and take care of yourself in any shape that takes right now, as a radical act of surthrival, as Edgar likes to say. All right, sweeties. So again, take a nice big drink and let's get into it. Anybody have the living altar? Ylva Mara created one of the full moons that we celebrated here in this worldwide coven, because we share a space as both being contributors to this 2020 Many Moons Lunar Planner by many women, which is the creation of Sarah Faith Goddess-Diener, which is a very precious friend of mine, whom I miss so much. I mean, let me just have you throw out a big, like, crybaby face if you're missing folks right now that you've been kind of keeping safe from and to by sheltering. I miss my loves. I miss Sarah. I miss Sarah's pup, Gigi. I miss Sarah's sweetie, Oliver. I miss your family. And I've never even got to hold Sasha yet, their little black new pup. I'm So when I received this in the mail the other day, I was so tickled and thrilled, because it was like receiving a piece of Ylva, who created that fabulous, ancestral, beautiful full moon ritual for us, a self-love ritual for us in the Many Moons Planner. This deck is so gorgeous. I want you to see it up close, because look at this very unique spray of colors. I do feel like there's an overall theme that's black and white, but this hard, gorgeous box lifts open right here. And in it is a gorgeous guidebook that I feel like these cards are so special and complete. You could use it without the guidebook. The guidebook is very, very rich. There's so much work in here. This is a magical grimoire, and I'm just so excited to show you how this deck physically looks. It's stunning. So I'm going to put this up right here so you can see these things as I'm kind of opening this up. Let's see if it wants to work for me. Well, I might have to let go of that dream. I want you to be able to see this artwork, though. Look at this deck. There's red in the box, and there's red edging on the cards. Be still my heart with this blood magic. Oh my goodness. Can you believe how special that is? And I want to tell you, like, the ASMR possibilities with this deck are just so delish. It's matte and glossy at the same time. Are you getting a load of this? There's a glossy form in the center, and there's matte on the edges around that glossy centerpiece with these red edges. I mean, come on. It's amazing. I have shuffled it and put it back together a few times because I couldn't decide how I wanted to go for it. And so it's back together. I just feel like this thing begged me to kind of finger it and connect with it and enjoy the full palmful that it is. And I want to show you the bottom card. This really says a lot about this deck. This is the card Surrender. I mean, it literally looks like it's been in my life for 15 years. It looks like it's been in the depths of a radical spell. It looks smoky, and it looks very wonderfully weathered. There's so many beautiful words to share with you that's in this deck, and my loves, it's stunning. So I'll show you as much of it as I can. I may even create a flip through video on my channel because every single card is just absolutely exquisite. So I will just share with you a few words of the deck. Okay, honeys, how do I want to show this off? Because look how beautiful this is. I think what I'll do is I'll show you the cover here and the inside next to it, right? I might have to get my bosom involved here and just lean the cards against while I read a little bit of this beautiful grimoire. There we go. Yes, bosom, work it. Get this into action. I feel like with this book, and it's a fabulous, delicious to the touch matte. It feels very satiny. It's wonderful. It says on the back, the Living Altar Oracle deck is a living grimoire with each card a charged spell. It's a guide to the witch's wheel and intended to serve as both a tutelary and divinatory aid for the curious observer of witching ways, the novice witch, seasoned practitioner, and the weathered witches among us. With this deck, we've built an altar of the seasons, the phases of the moon, the stations of the sun, the journey of life, and have made a holy embodiment of our most sacred relationship with the elements. Each card has been blessed with the elements and infused with spells to empower your inherent magic. Engage these oracle cards as you would any divinatory tool to enhance your intuitive readings. It's stunning. I'm just, it's kind of one of those over-deliver moments. It's just so kind of, I don't know. It's if it wasn't so wonderfully kind of almost looking burned in places, I would almost feel like it was too fancy because so much of it is heavily curated with the shiny and the matte together and the red edges and the big box and the grand size. I might be intimidated to use it, but then you pull that surrender card and you're like, give me that card. I want it to be scratch and sniff. It's so beautiful, isn't it? So a little bit about utilizing this deck. The book itself is its own fabulous grimoire in and of itself. There's a really wonderful acknowledgement page, which is fabulous. A modern witch's zeitgeist, it's beautiful. Answering Magic's call. There's woodblock prints throughout. I want to show you one now. Wow, isn't that stunning? Beautiful. And I would love to share with you one of my favorite of the woodblock prints now. Isn't that exquisite? I mean, it's just so full of magic. It's such an act of love and service. It's amazing. The Living Altar Oracle deck is a living grimoire of 52 oracle cards with each card a charged spell as well as 14 additional ritual activation cards. It's a guide to the witch's wheel and is intended to serve as both a tutelary and divinatory aid for the curious observer, the witching ways, the novice witch, seasoned practitioner, and the weathered witches among us. With this deck, we have built an altar of the seasons, the phases of the moon, the stations of the sun, the journey of life, and have made a holy embodiment of our most sacred relationship with the elements. Each card has been blessed with the elements and infused with spells to empower your inherent magic. You're welcome to use each card as a focal point for your spell crafting and meditations, as well as an aid in skill set development. It's literally so practical. We also encourage you to engage these oracle cards as you would any divinatory tool to enhance your intuitive readings. The deck holds the attunement of initiation. As the witch's wheel, the deck builds power as it maps out the cycles of nature from the macro levels, harnessing the rhythms of creation via cosmic and elemental principles, to the micro levels, applying these principles to a relationship-centered intimacy with the magic of everyday life. Wow. As a tutelary aid, you can track the elements and nature-based correspondences throughout the deck and apply their innate principles to your altar working, spell crafting, and help guide the deepening of your relationship with magic. Wow, that was quite a mouthful for me. Sorry. As an oracular aid, you can track the origin, quality, impact, context, and directionality of the energy of your inquiry. Each card is a spell, a teacher, and an oracle meant to resource your readings, access your wisdom and magic, to focus and inspire ritual around your intentions. Make empowered choices with a renewed confidence and reclaimed sense of agency. Wow. The deck is divided into 3 narrative arcs. The first narrative arc is the cosmic source cards, the elemental origins and natural cycles. The second narrative arc is the life path cards, phases of life and divine intervention. And those are really wonderful. The spells of this arc are rebirth and emergence, childhood and promise, adolescence and catalyst, young adult and celebration, adult and abundance, midlife and generosity, elderhood and soul harvest, death and solitude. Excuse me. Sweetie?
Yeah,
are you okay?
Because of air quality.
Oh, I see. Sweethearts, are you seeing what's happening in real life? So my sweetie pedaled all the way to the high school, and then everything was canceled because of the air quality down here. So I think that's before we get into the third narrative arc. I think that's time for us to raise a glass and drink to our health right now, huh? A votre santé, honeys. (2020). The hits just keep coming, don't they, sweeties? So now with the Living Altar Oracle deck, the third narrative arc is everyday magic cards, the elemental magic of practical moments. This arc represents the dance of the elements within and through one another. This dance honors daily opportunities and for us to remember and draw upon our relationships with our altar, the spirits, and witch. I love this. Earth, air, fire, water correspondences. Fabulous. I mean, this is just incredible. So how do we create these works of magic today when this is shuffled, brought back together 3 times, and now it's all back together again? And yet I'm so moved and called to stay wild and free and do our Tarotscopes using the Living Altar. I want to share with you the appendix of this book, which is really, really special. And I would love for you to hear exactly how Kiki and Ylva have directed us in the utilization of this. The appendix has altar etiquette. And I think it's so, so important to recognize how altars can be utilized as a mirror for us. My altar always indicates exactly what's going on in my life. So in the Living Altar, the altar etiquette is it's important that you tend to your altar cyclically. This will ensure that the energy going into your spiritual and intuitive development is fresh, and it will give you an opportunity to cultivate your learnings from your work each cycle. Oh, so important. Phases, honeys. This will allow you to see the openings in your work and accept the invitation to your spirit to deepen and grow. It will also give you an opportunity to cultivate gratitude and acknowledgement for blessings, support, and learnings you may have received over the last cycle. You may choose to use the lunar cycle to guide your work, manifesting, releasing, and setting new intentions through the waxing and waning. Each new moon, you may choose to strip your altar and put it to rest for the evening while you pray and reflect on the learning and work from the cycle that's just ended. You may also pray about what your work is for that cycle. When you've finished your prayers, follow the guidance and wisdom that was offered. Wow, wonderful. I love this so much, and I'm ready to just get into it. Hi. Oh, yes. Guess what? Juniper's here to say hello. Hi, cutie. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love you so much. Look at this kitten tail. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. This is her time of day. Juniper gets very sleepy this time of day. And they had their nails trimmed yesterday. And they're just so cute. Hi, everybody. Say hi to everybody, Juniper. Such a sweetheart. Oh, you want to show off your bikini? Do you like Juniper's bikini? See, there's the top and there's the bottom. Such a cutie. Juniper is getting very big, aren't they? Oh, I love you so much. Yeah, she has a tag now. She thinks she's so hot with her jewelry on, her adornment. What a cuddly angel. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad they're doing so well, so healthy after coming to us a pretty sick little kitten. So really did great at their checkup yesterday. Mwah. I don't think Juniper loves being around all the candles. I don't want to say goodbye. Juniper, maybe you can help me with some divination on Halloween. Juniper is going to be there at the Witches' Confluence with us, cuties. Good girl. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you for bringing her over. She's so cute. Oh, love that kid. So, honey loves, I'm going to wet my whistle here because, you know, in this coven, when we hit cups in our Tarotscopes, we always have to drink. That's our drinking game here. And so I think because we'll be working with elemental magic, whenever we hit some water, I think everybody can raise a glass in this coven. Yummy. We literally cannot chug enough magical fluids right now. I had pho for lunch today. I've just been we had a puree soup last night. I just can't get enough tea all day long. It's been something else. All right, cuties. So here we go. I think it's so appropriate that Surrender's on the bottom of this deck. I think that I'd like to fan this out and for you to see how it looks all together with that red edging. Let's do it, okay? Stay with me now. Here we go. Lovely. What a pretty altar today, huh? The simplicity, you can see this altar here on the side. And I may just move the spirit candle just a kitty whisker here. Hi, Juniper. Hi, sweetie. You want to come back? Do you want to cover her up so she can stay in the dark over there? Okay, here we go. We're going to fan these gorgeous babies out. Wow. They're so beautiful.
She really wanted to chill with you.
I know. I'm loving it. If she wants to be in my lap, she can help me right now. I love that. Hi, Juniper. You hear that little bell? I personally think that she wants to have a nice big meal, honey. Would you mind giving her a nice big meal in your room?
I gave her a big meal like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, did she have her everything?
With her wet food, too.
Oh, good. You get to hear all about it, everybody in the coven. So here we go. This beautiful deck is all here at our disposal. And we'll do it one placement at a time. So I will hold your gaze. And I will kind of work my hands down. And now we'll be pulling for Aries. Is everybody ready for Aries as I hold your gaze? Ooh, I love this. Boundaries. Aries. Oh, goodness. Look at this boundaries card. I love this. Has this lingam, delicious fiery phallus in the center that's looking very much that very out enactment of a torch Isn't that looking very much like boundaries? I may or may not get into looking at the guidebook for this because I don't know where it would end up being in a really big way. So I'm going to just hold on to the really the simple beauty of this for you, Aries. With boundaries, those boundaries begin with you. They begin in your mouth, what you're putting out into the world. Make sure that you're honoring other people's boundaries. In this time right now with Mars retrograde and so much of us going through so much suffering right now, it's epically important that the boundaries begin with you, Aries, okay? I really hope this helps. I love this card for you, and I'll keep each card as the one we're witnessing right here. All right, are you ready for a living altar oracle card? Taurus, here we go. I'll hold your gaze as I pull this card. Wow. This is amazing. So maybe this is because this was the first card in the deck. These look like they're just special artworks, and it reminds me very much of a match. Isn't that beautiful? Taurus, I'll take another opportunity. You get to have a clarifier for this beautiful piece of art right here. And we'll pull more from the center. So that must have been one of those 14 cards, right? Just loving getting to know this deck. Taurus, rebirth. So I see these cards together, and I'm going to find out if there's some sort of methodology way to read these cards together, but I know what I'm divining for you, Taurus. Sort of after that epic burning comes that huge gash, that pain, that suffering from that huge burning, where the blood will flow pure from that new awakening, that new beginning. So you really are in a place right now of needing to kind of burn it all down. Burn down that which you absolutely know you've repeated and had the same result and isn't going to work anymore. And it's time for that new rebirth where the blood will flow very purely and really fresh and new, what your brain needs, your heart needs, all of your body needs that new fresh blood right now, Taurus. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. All right, here we go, Gemini. Oh my goodness, this finger right here found a really lovely card. The texture of these is just phenomenal. So Gemini, you've got midday. That's your spell for this. And I think I'm going to take a minute and read this from the guidebook because we'll randomly read from the guidebook. Gemini, we're going to look at midday for you, for the spell for midday. All right. And I just went past Soul Harvest. Wow. Did it say midday? I'm almost positive it said midday because I've been through this. The times of day are fabulous. There's a midnight card. Here's midday. All right, Gemini, this is for you, honey. This is the Witch's Wheel correspondence of fire, summer, south, adolescence, young adult, catalyst, celebration, gibbous moon. We know with gibbous moon, we're dealing with enormity, full moon, transformation, cleansing, ritual, and creation. Gemini, the spell is, I commit to boldly showing up to the opportunities that challenge me to become. My fire and my passion for life is renewed daily. I am the catalyst. I wisely choose accountability to my impact. My choices are the hearth of my evolution. I show up with courage to tend that cauldron of creation daily. Wow. The guiding message here is stay the course. Now is the time to continue on with what you have started. Let what has begun to grow enjoy the process. That's lovely. So I know what I'll do now. I will take the guiding message of each one of these, and I'm going to double back now, and I'm going to look at rebirth and give the guiding message to the rebirth card for you, Taurus. Okay, so you'll have these sort of double time stamped for Aries and Taurus. Okay, cuties? Because that rebirth card, I just rolled past it a second ago. Let me just take a little peek, sweeties. And if this becomes a big, big thing, we'll see. Oh, look at, I just found all the beautiful correspondences in the back for the artwork. It's gorgeous. Wow. So there's spell cards in the back that are incredible. You hold tight now, Taurus. It's worth it, because I went past that rebirth card a second ago and it was calling my name. You ignore it once and yeah, okay, but you don't ignore it a second time. I knew I needed to go back to this. So I've got the boundaries card handy when we get to you, Aries, in just a second. Here we go. What a gorgeous, gorgeous book. The artwork is on the left. Here's rebirth for you, Taurus. Okay. The guiding message is reinvention is a ritual of personal evolution. Who are you now? Embrace this choice. Point and name yourself. Allow closure to cleanse you. Start fresh. Awesome. So that burning that we kind of associated with it is telling you you've got that fresh start. And now Aries, boundaries, your guiding message from the living altar is, what does the earth hold for you at this time? Bring this situation to the altar of boundary. What wisdom is alchemizing within you? Wow, I love that alignment, because I really saw for you, Aries, that the boundary is within you. It isn't about without, it's within. Wow. Okay, awesome. This is so much fun. So now I think we got our groove going. So Cancer, let's see what card is calling us for you, Cancer. Here we go. The index finger has found a nice card for you. Young adult. Look at this beautiful card. Unique. It's a huge card. It's like a 3x5 card. It's a really nice big card, maybe even bigger. Isn't that nice? This is the young adult card, and this is for you, Cancer. I'm going to keep that handy for you. I love the colors. All right. All right. So, young adult. The guiding message for you, Cancer, is the ritual of leaving home, embarking on new paths of self-mastery is upon you. Choose to challenge your integrity, inventory your values. That has so much meaning for me. Wow, that's incredible. Challenge your integrity, Cancer. What a special deck. Wow. Okay, moving to Leo. Here we go, cuties. Leo, I got you. Choice. See how well loved and sort of almost velveteen rabbit this card is? It looks like I've owned it for 15 years. It's beautiful. All right, so this is the choice card for you, Leo. Let's find that in this beautiful guidebook. All right. I'm getting to know it right before your very eyes. Choice is right here for you, Leo. Guiding messages. What does the water of air hold for you at this time? Choose this situation to the altar of choice. I'm sorry, bring this situation to the altar of choice. What wisdom is alchemizing within you? Wow. I'm going to read that again because that was a little jumbled. So Leo, here we go. What does the water of air hold for you at this time? Bring this situation to the altar of choice. What wisdom is alchemizing within you? Wow, that's awesome. Okay, Virgo, here we go. Happy birthday, Virgo. Look, celebration. You got the celebration card right when I was saying happy birthday. I love that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay, cuties. So we're going to find that celebration card. I may have rolled past it. Let me look. What a unique, I've literally never ever seen a deck like this before. It's absolutely stunning. Cleansing, transformation, choice, intention, creativity. Looking for celebration. How's everybody doing today? What you going to do this weekend, sweeties? Does anybody have any celebrating that they're going to be doing? I really hope that you're all staying so healthy and well right now. Okay, Virgo. Your guiding message is the peak of exploration bursts forth. Rejoice in regenerating power of your being. Choose dynamic expression with unfettered joy. That's awesome. I love that. So happy birthday, Virgo. Wow. It never ceases to amaze me, the fabulous sort of beauty that shines through when spirit guides us. All right, cuties. This is for Libra adolescence. Wouldn't you know? And we're going to find that in just a second. Working with this live fire here, I'm being very respectful of the element of fire. So this is Libra's card. This is adolescence. And we'll place it right here very safely. I'm excited to look at what this placement means for us. Adolescence is the very next card. The guiding message is rebellion is a ritual of deep importance. Where are you confusing denial for rebellion? Well, called completely out. Avoidance is not a good look. Muster your boldness. Explore. Oh, I feel so set free right now. This is awesome. Thank you, Ylva and Kiki, for that awesome Libra reading. Rebellion is a ritual of deep importance. Oh, good luck. The first kiss in my book goes straight on it. Love this. Okay, honeys. Now, let's move on to Scorpio. Let's see what happens here. You got to play this deck and see what comes up. My ring finger chose the autumn card. How wonderful. Look at this. There's a red cord that moves through this entire deck. And I'm excited to kind of draw that connection in the cards that we lift through here. It's a beautiful placement. Isn't that red cord gorgeous? This is the autumn card. And let's see what shows up with the autumn card. I think that was a little bit closer towards the back when the seasons came through. I want to make sure that I get this right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the seasons are a little further towards the front. I know the moon phases are right there. Here we go. Love it. This is the autumn card. Guiding messages for Scorpio. What's asking to be released? What sacrifices have you made to get here? What sacrifices are needed to move forward? Call upon counsel. Spend time reflecting on your relationship with autumn. Where are you now in relationship to last autumn? What initiations have you been through? Where would you like to see yourself come next autumn? What initiations are needed? Wow, this is literally every single sentence was a question. That is the deepest of dives to take to your Book of Shadows, your grimoire at home. That was a humongous mood and a pure and total, like, week's worth of writing prompts. So how awesome. Yay, Scorpio. I'm happy for you. Okay, sweethearts, let's keep going. All right. And now for Sagittarius, abundance. Oh, you must be thrilled with this, Saggy. Abundance. Fabulous. All right. Let's find our abundance card here. Make sure that we're safe with this burning going on around us. abundance. The guiding messages in the living altar is gather to you sweet and nourishing things. Draw the strength you need to continue onwards. There has been much work done and even more to come. Wow. That was one sentence. Gather to you sweet and nourishing things, semicolon, draw the strength you need to continue onwards, comma, there has been much work done and even more to come. Wow. I love this writing. It's my kind of writing. It's whatever was called for at the moment. Fabulous. Okay, sweeties. And now we're moving on to Capricorn. Here we go. All right, Cappy. Sunrise. Ah, lovely. You get your mask of hard work with this card, sweetie. I'm sure you're happy about that. Sunrise. Let's find it in this beautiful book. The moon phase is just exquisite. Sunrise guiding messages for Capricorn. Can you allow what has been to remain in the past? Step into this moment, open to new possibilities. Now is a fresh start, a reset. I'm excited for you, Cappy, because you carry so much. And in 2020, you've been trying to hold it together. Do you know what I'm saying? I know you do. You've been trying to hold it together. Now it's time for you to get busy working the dropping of the shoulders, the releasing of the death grip, and let it go. In order to reset, sweeties, it's time. All right, honeys, now we're moving on to Aquarius. Lovely. Aquarius, you've pulled the intention card. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this. Oh, there's a beautiful swallowtail butterfly and a swallow flying around in my garden right now. I find that very divine for you as well, Aquarius. So it's like insects and birds together. Intention. The bird was not trying to eat the swallowtail butterfly. Those swallowtail butterflies are tough. They can hold their own. So Aquarius, your word intention, we're going to explore here together. My goodness, the intention area, I think, is more. Let's see. Towards the back. Maybe I'm wrong, because the different arcs, this everyday magic card, elemental cards, is where I thought it would be, but I could be wrong. Let me just take another peek. So the intention card. All right, I'm going to keep this in front of me so I can easily see where I need to stop when I'm going through. There it is. Yes, it is in the elements. All right. So the intention card, guiding messages, Aquarius, is what does the water of air hold for you at this time? Bring the situation to the altar of intention. What wisdom is alchemizing within you? Very interesting, Aquarius. Wow. So you get to really be that alien person that sort of trips out on this message one more time. And I'm kind of called to read this whole page to you now, Aquarius, in the living altar. The witch's wheel correspondence is spring, east, air, rebirth, childhood, emergence, promise, sunrise, crescent moon, first quarter moon. The spell here is I am resolute, singular and focused. My actions are aligned with my desires. I've been catalyzed and am emerging from the chaos of transformation with renewed purpose. Will I trust the love laid bare in my self-discovery? Will I use those unnamed edges of potential to threaten my virtues? I have harvested and rendered my energy and am now ready to channel its precision in the actions I'm poised to take. My allies are stalwart and relentless beside me. There is no turning back. My choices at this time are subtle refinements. Oh my goodness, that's so incredible for you, Aquarius. If ever there was an internal battle cry to sort of lay your woundedness down and lay your weaponry against yourself down, it is now. It's time for you to be there for yourself in a very new way and fuck that inner critic. It's over now. They had their time with you. They left their mark. And now it's time for you to smooth that out without them. All right. So Pisces, here we go. The final card in our beautiful Tarotscopes for the day. Very unique, and this deck can be very complex, or it could be its own little artwork on top of your altar. This is winter with the beautiful birch trees. Pisces, this is the winter card. So let's take a peep at this and go right to the winter season. Here we go, which is just in front of the moon phase cards. The guiding message for you, Aquarius, with the winter card is what's churning within you, what's asking for your intention to be acted upon. Spend time reflecting on your relationship with winter. Where are you now in relationship to last winter? Are you able to give and receive in equal measure? What shifts in resources have occurred? Where would you like to see yourself come next winter? What relationships require cultivation? Wow, this is a deep one. So it's almost like chipping through that ice of winter to get to what lies beneath, is what the divination is for you, Pisces. Wow, I hope that works for you. I kind of want to explore, now that we're done with Tarotscopes, and I can take some personal questions as well. Those first cards in this deck, as I fanned it out, they're showing in the back as these spell cards. And I'd like to identify the very first card that we pulled for Taurus, which looks to me like one of the spell cards. Isn't that beautiful? There's no words on it, no keywords, just a very detailed artwork here that I'd like to find inside the book and get into with you, because it's a very big mystery to me. Do I have this? I'm looking for the chords because it's not in color in this book. So let me find it. There it is. This is the card for water. This is a spell card for water. So my loves, everybody drinks. Delicious. I take that personal, Ylva and Kiki. I love it. What a beautiful card. So the correspondence to this spell card is water. And I will just let you know, as this shows up, the spell cards have their own beautiful artwork of the spider and the different elements and roses around that beautiful spider. These cards were crafted in ritual over the course of a year. We wept, bled, cried, and ground the ashes of burnt charms into each card. We then collaged living matter onto the cards to bring life to the natural forces represented by each card. Jessica Marie Mercy then digitally rendered these collages, superimposing them onto a ritual portrait of our hands. The ritual contained in the portrait of our hands was the invocation of our ancestors, reaching towards us through generations of forced cultural assimilation, genocide, and diaspora. The distortion represents the piecing together of cultural identity through layers of taboo without context. I'm so moved by this. Wow, Taurus, you are being beckoned through the ancient caves, through the water that formed those caves, and those ancestral beings that place their handprints on the walls. That's very much a huge theme in my Moon Baby Magic Tarot the simplicity of the images on the cards are like those handprints in the ancient caves. I'm so moved that this is the card that came up, and I was just so beckoned back to it inside the book. I'm really lost in this spell right now with these cards. They're exquisite. I can't even remotely understand how they were digitally rendered in order to create a vector file that you'd send to a printer. My goodness gracious, I'm blown away by this. Just like on an art level, I'm in awe. On a witch level, I'm in awe. On a creator level, I'm so inspired and deeply in awe. This is amazing. So who would like to have a card from the living altar? I would like you to find the blood drop emoji. Can you do that for me? I'm going to put it in our chat right now, cuties, because I know how to do that now. And I'm going to find that blood drop emoji. And then that will be what you'll place with your name, please, because there's blood, sweat, and tears in this deck. It's absolutely exquisite. And I'd like to see that with your name. And I'm not really sure how many folks we can get to today. So I'm going to put in our chat that little cute blood drop. Oh, I see the red balloon. Where's that cute blood drop? Does anybody see it? Not the syringe. I might have to call one of my teenagers up here to show me where that blood drop is. I bet you somebody already did it. Oh, good. It's already showing up. Okay. So for some reason, YouTube holds a blood drop for me to approve. So you all found the blood drop without me. I love it. Let's take a little peek and see what's going on, sweethearts. Lots in the chat today. Oh my goodness. Aw, hi. Oh, that's so cute, y'all. We're going back to that place where we gather. You know, witch's life is a rich life. It's a life filled with, gosh, how do I even say it? The realness, which would have to include the suffering of acknowledging and holding space for Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. I just am seeing that Claire said that their mother-in-law ended their life in 2018. Oh, thank you so much, Claire, for mentioning their name. I know it's challenging, sweeties, isn't it? Oh my goodness, love this. Hi, CWP19. You're finally here. You might have to leave soon. You're waiting for maintenance to come through and check. I'm really glad you're getting the leak in your bathroom fixed, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the altar cloth. So I'm hoping throughout next week before Witch Walk, I'll be able to get all like the stretch goals and everything really documented nicely on my Kickstarter, sweeties. I'm sorry in a way that it isn't, that you have to learn through my body, that this is a one witch operation. And I'm also not sorry too. Like, I don't know how other people do it, how they create these fabulous enactments. I did have somebody offer to, I had like 35 different people reach out to me, like having a Kickstarter brings them out of the woodwork, saying that they could bring 1,000 eyes to my project and give me email lists. And another person offered to fix up my Kickstarter. It all costs lots of money, sweeties, and that's not what it's about. If I had lots of money, I'd just make the deck myself, right? Thank you for giving Juniper love. I appreciate that so much. I love it. Aw, cuties. Okay, I'm taking a peek here. Here we go. So, yeah, lots going on here. Hi. I think that your name is Aries Meal. Aries, hi. I see your little blood drop here. And Chloe Ann, I see your little blood drop. And Joanne. And hi, sweetie. My sweetheart's here. Okay, next to the syringe. Thank you. So does that mean you want to go? Hi, Kristen. Love you, sweetie. How stunning is this deck? It's so amazing. That's awesome. Okay, I think we have a nice little list here. I know we're trying to find a blood drop. I didn't ever find the syringe either, sweetie. I don't know what that's about. All right, we're going to use the same methodology of divining fingers, and we're going to begin up top with Aries. And I don't know if I say it Aries or Aries, so please forgive me for not knowing how to say your name. I'm already kind of feeling this index finger for this card right here. This is the cleansing card. Isn't this gorgeous? Can you even get over how unique these cards are? There's something else, aren't they? All right, so this is the cleansing card. I'll leave it here for you to look at right there, Aries or Aries. And we'll take a little look right here. Here's the cleansing guiding messages. What does the water of fire hold for you at this time? Bring this situation to the altar of cleansing what wisdom is alchemizing within you. Water of fire. Wow, that's incredible. So when you're talking about cleansing, I think there's no other way to do that but through your altar. And that beckoning that we come back to as witches with that new moon, new idea, initiating a brand new start is so, so important. And it's brought forth by Kiki and Ylva here in the book, saying, sort of reset that altar and fully cleanse that on the new moon, and then sit with a completely bare and cleansed space for the new moon. I love that. Kind of put it all away for the new moon. So looking at that, Aries or Aries, I think treating the body as an altar is a great way to do that. Have a day where you have a really wonderful cleansing day of drinking lots of dandelion root tea for your body, and then move to the mind and burn lots and lots of mugwort for me when I'm trying to connect with my mental energy, my psychic ability. And then move down to the southern area of the altar. And that's where you would really access the feelings from the traumas that you've experienced in your life. Go there, give it space. Say, this is your afternoon. Tell me those horror stories. Where were you? How did you feel? I'm listening. Really listen to your inner child's story. And then move to the west of your altar and just be there for your emotional sort of sensations that come up when you go there. And then move to the center and be very prayerful inside of that space. I was raised praying the rosary, which is like a huge meditative, really kind of repetitive comfort to the body. And really say your prayers in that altar space, treating your body as the altar. And you can do all that in the bath. Every single one of those things can be done in the bath. So I think that's what's called for you right now, Aries. And I hope that works for you. I hope you like that, cuties. All right, honeys. So I'm just taking a little peek up here real quick. And hello, Chloe Ann. This one's for you, honey. And it's popping right out for us. Summer. You get the summer card. Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to go there now. And because there's this little change and my kids aren't able to ride their bikes, I might have to pop off a little tiny bit soon. One of my big words for 2020 is hyper real. It has to be real. And nothing's more real than having to end your broadcast to get your kids where they need to be. So hang with me for a minute. I'll check in just a second and see how many more cards we can pull. Chloe Ann, your guiding message from the living altar is what's churning within you, what's asking for attention to be acted upon. Spend time reflecting on your relationships with summer. Where are you now in relationship to last summer? How have you healed? What transformations have you undergone? Where would you like to see yourself come next summer? What's asking for healing? Oh, I love that. Wow. I hope that works for you. Well, technically we're still in summer for the next days. So maybe you can just be there for yourself and tell yourself all the ways you benefited from this 2020 summer and all the ways that you sacrificed for this summer of 2020. I'm going to take a quick little peek right now and see who's next on our list, darlings. Okay, honeys. So Joanna. Hi, Tempest. I'm so glad that you just tell me that connection between like your names. I love that. And this one's for you, sweetheart. It's good to see you today, honey. Here we go. Transformation. Lovely. Wow. I mean, look at this sort of antler-like space and the leaves that look like they could be mountains. It's absolutely stunning. Transformation for you, Tempest. Let's take a quick peek here and see what that looks like. Your guiding messages. What does the fire of fire hold for you at this time? Bring this situation to the altar of transformation. What wisdom is alchemizing within you? So the fire of fire, it's really time for you to let go of something that's really core, that is not fireproof, but it needs more than just your casual cleanse. It needs to be really intentionally let go of. So this could be a time for a nice cord cutting ritual where you really gather up the energy of what you need to let go of and place it outside of you and really intentionally write that down on a bay leaf and start a nice fire with that bay leaf, writing down everything that you needed to kind of let go of on that bay leaf and really kind of cut those cords and wrap that up tight and get that nice little ritual fire going of transformation. Fire of fire tells me you could have a really nice fire ritual right now. So sweetie pies, I'm just going to check right now. It's 2:00. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to more. Let me just take a quick little peek right here and say, hey, oh, cute. I'm just checking really quick. Oh, I definitely would love to have a card for Kristen. And I don't know, sweetie, if you were just telling me you wanted a card or if you're just showing me where that blood drop was. But Kristen, this one's for you. Okay, honey? Oh my goodness. You're on my mind so much these days. I cannot wait till we gather, which is Confluence, honey. This is for you. Catalyst. Look at this card. Can you believe all this wood block? Everyone, Kristen is a brilliant artist. I can't wait to show you at Witches Confluence what they created for me. I love you being here and I love being in practice with you. This is gorgeous. This Catalyst card is for you, Kristen. And let's take a peek right now, okay? I believe that the Catalyst card is in the back here. It's a fascinating deck. Super fascinating. I'm glad to be learning it with you live so you can kind of see how this looks and feels in the hand. All right, sweeties. Perhaps it was one of the spell cards. I just want to make sure that that's... No, because the spell cards don't have words on them, do they? All right, I'm learning. I did see Catalyst, so it must be a little further along here towards the moon cycle. It's a very fascinating guidebook. A lot of work and a lot of love went into this deck. My goodness. Catalyst. Here we go, Kristen. The guiding messages is good health, fecundity. One of my favorite words is fecund. Fecundity means utterly fertile, very, very sensuous, and you could create sex magic within that word, fecundity. Unbridled magic is upon you. Choose blessings as a source of motivation. The fuse is lit, effortless, and enjoy. Effortless. So if this enactment is requiring you to be out of your comfort zone and putting tons of effort into it, recalibrate and move to a place where there is effortlessness and enjoy. Wow, that's awesome. So, sweethearts, I don't want to have to say goodbye, but I must just for now. Look for lots and lots over on Instagram. I cannot wait to preview Moon Baby Magic Tarot World card later today. I think you're going to love it. I am just super excited to really jam forward with Witch Walk this week and more things all about the stretch goals and everything for these last days of my Kickstarter. I have lots of faith and excitement that we're going to get there, y'all, because my dream is to get these decks in your sweet laps for our Halloween Blue Moon so we can work this unique double rainbow magic of this lunar themed deck that's been just pouring out of me. I just cannot wait to show you all of it. Remember that those placements are different in that pentacles are caves and swords are blades and the wands are lasers and the cups are waves. So it's caves, blades, lasers, and waves. And I'm just so excited about it. So my loves, please remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell, honeys. And this is our living altar as our mirror spell. Thank you so much, Ylva and Kiki, for this radical magic. I'll walk you out, sweethearts, and have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you soon. Wow, what a fabulous deck. This matte finish is divine. I'm going to move this little candle and say goodbye, sweeties. That was a lot of fun today. I will have ordering info for how you can get your hands on the Living Altar deck. I want to make sure that I spelled that correctly. Pop these glasses on here. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, have a great weekend, sweethearts. Love you so much.